You like it what you see. You will not believe this. I came with the heat. We got some heat. Terence Crawford suing Bob Arum. You won't believe why he's suing them. It's all about to go down. I promise you. We unpack. Stay tuned to this video. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxing Ego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Oh yes, we unpack. Breaking news: Terence Crawford is suing former promoter Bob Arum. Oh man, y'all don't want to miss this. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you throw a like on the video. It goes a long way. Listen, so I'm on the New York Post, link in the description. They were the first to break this story. Bombshell in the making. Terence Bud Crawford claims Bob Arum's revolting RACIAL bias hurt his career. Heavy stuff and implications. Again, this is the first source that I've seen that was breaking this news. We're going to go through the material. If you like content like this, all things boxing, the sweet science, this is your one-stop shop, Boxing Ego. I had to roll up the sleeves for this one. Let's get it. Says this could be the most bruising legal battle of all time. Welterweight champion Terence Bud Crawford is challenging famed promoter Bob Arum in a bombshell lawsuit claiming the promoter's revolting RACIAL this type of bias prevented him from landing big fights, earning tens of millions of dollars, according to court papers filed in Nevada. So, new lawsuit. Crawford signed a deal with 90-year-old New York-born Arum and his company Top Rank in 2011, alleges in this complaint that Arum simply does not care about, support, or know how to promote black fighters. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna highlight it for you so you can see. Simply does not care, support, or know how to promote black fighters, and deliberately didn't build him into a marquee pay-per-view star. Crawford, age 34, famously split with Arum at a November 2021 press conference, saying he wanted to become a free agent to better land his dream bout with none other than Errol Spence Jr. Wow. It says the fighter has hired a top attorney, Brian Friedman, and is suing for almost $10 million. Oh my gosh. But the blows, it says, but the blows he rains on Arum in the lawsuit are far more damaging. The lawsuit filed in the 8th Judicial District Court in Nevada on Wednesday claims and states, hold on, let me highlight it. Okay. Crawford shines a spotlight on the systemic racism that runs through Top Rank. Top Rank's complete inability to properly promote black fighters. NBF list is among us, and black fighters, and promote black fighters. Top Rank Arum, his stepson Todd DeBuff's disparate treatment of black fighters, including Crawford. Oh, these are some heavy things. Crawford alleges in further fighting talk in the filing, Arum clearly allows his revolting racial bias to impact the fighters he is obliged to promote. The suit also mentioned other big names in the sport, such as Floyd Mayweather Jr., as having been mistreated by Arum, who scoffed at the legal allegations when reached by the Post. So Bob Arum was not happy. Terence Crawford, he can try to sue me, but he has to prove it in court. Bob didn't say that. That's just me ad-libbing. Hold on, let's get back to it. It says, don't call a man a racist when really this is because of your own failures. Oh, that's what Bob Arum, who claims he lost $20 million on Crawford, told the Post. His marketability didn't measure up to his ability, and that has absolutely nothing to do with what race he is. The outstanding fact is that Terence's numbers on pay-per-view have always been dreadful because of his failure to market himself. It is alleged in the papers, exclusively obtained by the Post, that, quote, for years, professional boxers and others in the sports world have called out Top Rank's owner, Bob Arum, for his disparate treatment of black boxers, including those very same black boxers that Top Rank is contractually obligated to promote. Man, this is some heavy stuff, y'all. Because this is boxing, a sport with a checkered history, and because Arum is now dismissed as just a grumpy old white man, Arum continues to make blank and bigoted statements and purposefully damage the reputation of black boxers without any consequence. Wow. This is generally because the affected boxers who are in long-term contracts with Top Rank fear that if they speak up, they will be placed on the sideline and not given the opportunity to fight during the life of their deal, which could be 5 to 7 years. Crawford is ranked as the world's second best active boxer, pound for pound, by ESPN, and has been making his case as one of the most talented fighters in the world. Let's continue. His lawsuit alleges, quote, "It is painfully clear that Top Rank, and especially Bob Arum, judges people based on their RACE. Arum's sordid history with athletes of color, especially black fighters, and his bias favoring white and Latino fighters is well documented and known throughout the boxing world," quote, end quote. It says, it continues by claiming, quote, "Arum makes no secret of his deep-seated bias against BLACK fighters. For example, he called legendary black boxer Floyd Mayweather soft and claimed that he shoots up cars, reinforcing," whoa, I don't even remember that particular statement, but you know, I guess it's documented. So they're using, I guess, precedent or examples. It says reinforcing an invidious racial stereotype with no basis in fact. He consistently mocks rival boxing promoter Al Heyman, who is a black man, and his relationship with black fighters, saying Heyman would steer a black fighter away from fighting Crawford out of a sense of brotherhood. The suit even counterpunches. It says, quote, "Arum even famously profited from staging fights in South Africa during the height of apartheid." What the damn, this is going deep. Dismissing the brutal and bloody regime as mere politics and saying he does not care about it as long as he can make money. It adds, most egregiously, Top Rank's Bob Arum and DeBuff have allowed Arum's bias against black fighters to taint the treatment of Crawford, particularly once it became clear in Arum's mind that Crawford would not be re-signing with Top Rank. Crawford also alleges, according to the suit, that Arum deliberately and negligently failed to build him into a pay-per-view star, instead publicly criticized him for not attracting enough views. Arum has repeatedly claimed Top Rank had lost money on Terence Crawford fights. In the papers, it is also alleged that Arum launched a smear campaign against Terence Crawford to paint him as an unexciting, unprofitable fighter who could not draw in viewers. In truth, Top Rank, a company with 0 black executives, oh my gosh, and only 2 or 3 black employees, refuses to admit that it simply does not care about, support, or even know how to promote black fighters. Recently, while most businesses have become sensitive to issues of race and social injustice, Top Rank has not. At a time when most businesses took steps to honor BLM in the wake of the George Floyd murder, it says Top Rank actually refused to place the BLM logo on the mats of his boxing ring. Oh, so it said they refused to do it. Like they was like, nah, we're not doing that. Wow. Instead of standing behind a black fighter such as Crawford, it publicly criticized him. Top Rank's current smear campaign is deliberately aimed at punishing Crawford for possibly leaving Top Rank by making it harder for him to sign with a new boxing promoter. Oh man, I know y'all didn't wake up and expect this. Stay tuned to the channel. Crawford continues by claiming in the suit, telling Arum has not subjected any of his white fighters to the kinds of vicious, vengeful treatment. Clearly, Arum feels he is entitled to profit indefinitely off Crawford and other black fighters and will retaliate whenever they dare to assert their independence. It adds, in this action, Crawford seeks to right the wrongs inflicted on him by Top Rank. Top Rank has repeatedly breached its contracts with Crawford and in fact defrauded him into entering agreements in the first place. The lawsuit concludes, since Top Rank will not police themselves, do the right thing, and move forward as a responsible business in 2022, Crawford, who backs down to no one, will make them do so. Arum has made millions off the backs of boxers who are of color, including black boxers. His blank attitudes pervade every aspect of the dealings with black boxers like Crawford. In 2018, Crawford paid $3.5 million. That's how much he got for the Jose Benavidez fight. He took $4.8 million to take on Amir Khan, the Paper State. 2019, he had just one fight, which he was paid $4 million. Then in 2020, he was paid $3.5 million to fight Kell Brook. It says in 2021, he earned $6 million for a Sean Porter belt. The papers claim, adding that Top Rank owes Crawford no less than $4.5 million for failing to provide him with the second fight in 2019, alleging that the Khan fight was negotiating in 2018. Crawford also alleges other boxers of color, including Floyd Mayweather, have suffered from Arum's alleged racism. Arum famously said in a 2009 interview of Mayweather, "The son of a gun doesn't fight outside the ring. Yeah, he shoots up cars. He does other things like that, and he entertains, but in the ring, he is not an entertaining fighter." Oh, wow. So I will be talking about this more and more on my channel. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with even more. That was definitely a handful of information for you guys to consume on my channel. So I'm not gonna give all my truest thoughts in this video. You must subscribe to my channel and come back for the following installments, because I have a lot to say, and it is gonna be, I don't want too much for you guys to try to consume. I want these in digestible parts. So in a nutshell, Terence Crawford is suing Bob Arum. My initial thoughts, wow, there's a lot to unpack, and I'll continue to do such on my channel. I will say this. I told you. Ego Stradamus strikes again. I'm the best in the business. I try to tell y'all, you don't want to listen. But Ego Stradamus strikes again. I told you, Crawford, a lot of the business decisions, a lot of how he was handled, and this is more proof of that. The fact that it's gotten to this point mirrors the sentiments that I've always said. Crawford is a phenomenal fighter. This is a bombshell lawsuit packed full and chock full of very damaging things that could, in effect, hurt somebody's career moving forward, either Arum or Crawford, or, you know, we have to see how it plays out. I will also say, I ain't passed the bar, but I know a little bit enough that you won't illegally search my ish. So I ain't passed the bar, but I do know that making the claims is one thing, but actually in the court of law, in the US judicial system, being able to prove that it is emphatically and in fact the reasons that you went through what you went through is that. I've already told you about how Crawford has been disproportionately treated and the systemic, you know, oppression that he's received. This is already well documented on my end, but again, I wasn't suing. I was just making my points and making the videos. Obviously, those messages and sentiments proved to be true. But again, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, because just because some fans in the comment section will say, oh, NBF fighters, we heard about that from Cameron Duncan and things like that, being able to prove it in the court of law, that's where it gets interesting and dynamic. You have to be able to prove that this was the reason, because right now you already hear a counter, and Crawford re-signed to Top Rank and stuff like that. So little things and decisions, if you're playing devil's advocate, you could say like, oh, why'd you re-sign with him? You know, why didn't you file a bunch of complaints while you were with them? Or you're going to have to try to show a track record of how you complained about these things that you're now complaining about. Because as far as Bob Arum's concerned, he's just like the lawsuit alleges, he's shamed Terence Crawford's name and berated and denigrated Terence Crawford's brand and this and that and the third. So that's well documented. He's always said that, oh, I lose money on Terence Crawford fights. He's always said that Crawford is not promoting himself. So in his defense, because it sounds like that'll probably be his defense, like, hey, he just said in the response to the post, he's saying, hey, this is your own doing. You're not promoting yourself. So this is going to be an interesting legal battle. Stay tuned to my channel. I will keep you up to date. Ego Stradamus strikes again. What else can I say? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm the best in the business. Try to tell y'all. And I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.